Alrighty, everybody, hello, and welcome to my first of two streams for today. How is everyone today? Excuse me, hopefully I find you well. It is Tuesday, May 28th, 2019. What is going up? Of course, I am Darkside Phil, and this is the longer stream, the main stream of the day, the one where we get 4 hours of gameplay. Whew, man. So it's going to be a fun day because we're doing something different. We're doing something that people have asked for 2 weeks, and because you guys have been very supportive over the last 2 weeks, in particular yesterday, I raised enough contributions on the stream that I was able to buy this game. We're going to be checking out A Plague Tale. Okay. So hopefully you guys are excited for this. This is a game that came out about 2 weeks ago to, honestly, not much hoopla or announcement, but then some people started playing it and reviewing it and saying that it was quite good. And so people had been asking me, slowly over the last 2 weeks, would I be playing it? Would I check it out? And I said, well, let me finish up with the other stuff that I was doing, like, Days Gone and Rage 2. And then once we get through the new releases that I was already planning on playing, we'd consider, checking it out. And then I ended up finally getting to it. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a little skeptical, and there's a few reasons why. Number one, until the game released, I didn't hear a single person talk about this game or hype it up. And I watched the trailer for it, and I had no idea what the hell I was looking at. I was like, is this even a game? Like, it looks to me like it's some kind of a weird gothic horror style narrative, but it doesn't seem like what is the gameplay going to be? It wasn't even clear from watching the trailer of the game what the heck the game was. Okay, that was number one. Number two, I've heard the game is only like 10 hours long, and it's $50. So I spent $50 on this thing. So unless all of the 10 hours are like a really heightened fun and a good experience, I think it's going to be like pretty hard to justify a $50 price tag on a 10-hour game in 2019. I'm just saying. The other thing is that this game is made by, a lesser-known studio. This was not a huge game with a AAA style budget. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to kind of limit your expectations of what's going to be in it. I hope that a lot of people aren't like, oh, this game's going to be like, AAA level. I'm not expecting that. Okay? I'm going to go into it with, an open mind. And just like I do with any game, and I'm going to try to see, what the game is at face value. But I'm just hoping that this isn't something that, maybe people overhyped because there was really nothing else going on right now, or they found other current games underwhelming. Like, I'll be honest, Rage 2, a lot of people found Rage 2 completely overhyped and underwhelming, and maybe they were just looking for something else to run to during this time when, they were disappointed with that game. I don't know. We're going to find out together, guys, Again, I gotta say thank you for, being supportive and allowing me to get the game and check it out, okay? So, A Plague Tale: Innocence. We're trying this today. We'll see how it goes. If the game really is only 10 hours long, then it means after today and tomorrow, probably like one more small stream and we're gonna wrap it up, okay? So I guess we'll find out, starting today. This is gonna be 4+ hours of A Plague Tale gameplay here on this first of 2 gameplay streams today. Alright. Later tonight, I'm going to be playing Black Ops 4 Blackout. That's right. My weekly Battle Royale stream. Very interactive. Usually a lot of fun. And one of my most anticipated streams of the week for me, because I get to just kind of hang out and talk with all of you for a couple of hours versus being hyper-focused on a game and its gameplay. So that's later tonight. I hope that you guys will come back for that around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Then tomorrow, we will be again, continuing with the Plague Tale. So it'll be the second major stream of the game, and we'll see how it goes. How far I'll get into it as of tomorrow. All right, and then tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. And you might be saying, well, why are you doing that again? Because you just did it. You just did it the other day, and it's kind of weird because usually your chill stream games you only play once a week. So, you're absolutely right, but here's what's been going on. So, in Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, I'm currently in Case 3, and I believe I'm about halfway through it, okay? I believe that the game has 5 cases and an epilogue case. I could be wrong, but usually that the Phoenix Wright games have about 5 cases, and then there's like an epilogue at the end of it. And so, I'm looking at this, and someone said to me the other night as I was playing the game, "It's like, Phil, are you aware that you've got about roughly 20 to 25 hours of more gameplay in this game left, and you're only playing it in 2-hour increments? So if you're only playing it in 2-hour increments, you're essentially talking anywhere from 10 to 14 more weeks of playing it before you beat it." And I looked at my calendar and I was like, it's the end of May, 10 to 14 more weeks. So you're talking, I'd be playing this all the way into September, potentially October, if I keep playing it at this rate. Okay, and I was like, this is not good. This is something, I want to be able to beat this game before then, because I've actually talked to you guys about, doing RPGs and stuff during the summer downtime, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do an RPG while also doing a visual novel. You know what I mean? Like, I need to balance out this kind of content, because I'm aware that, it doesn't bring in a mainstream viewing audience when I do that kind of content. So I need to balance it with other stuff, and that's fine, don't get me wrong, but I need to basically make it so that I'm not doing all this stuff that's not going to bring in the mainstream audience at the same time. All right. So what I need to try to do is play more Phoenix Wright. And I'm going to try to commit moving forward to trying to do 2 night streams of Phoenix Wright a week to try to get more advancement of the plot. And the good news is, my voice for the most part has held out. Even though I was sick for that 1 week, I kind of got past that. And now I've been able to do, a little bit more in regards to Phoenix Wright. And that's a good thing. So that's why I'm going to try to do more tomorrow. And then every week as I go through my chill content, my chill streams, I'm going to try to do, hopefully, 2 Phoenix Wright streams. So that would basically mean, with the exception of this week coming up because Saturday is going to be a marathon, I'm going to try to squeeze in 2 Phoenix Wright streams if I can. So that I'm trying to think, because, Friday would be MLB, Saturday I'm not doing one. So Sunday it would be, what would Sunday be? Minecraft? Yeah. Monday would be Blackout. Tuesday would be Phoenix Wright. Wednesday would be MLB. And then maybe I'll do Phoenix Wright again on Thursday, or again that Friday. You see what I mean? Like, what I'm going to try to do is cram in 2 every week if I can. I'm definitely going to up the amount of Phoenix Wright that I do every week. This week coming up is kind of a weird week because I'm doing an actual marathon that takes up the whole day. I'm not doing 2 separate streams on Saturday. Okay? So, I'll have more information on that, obviously, as we go through the week. But, yes, tomorrow night will be more Phoenix Wright. Okay? Thursday's my day off this week. So, no streaming on Thursday. That'll be an opportunity for you guys to maybe get caught up on everything over on DSPGaming on YouTube, where I archive all my streams. All right? And then, on Friday, I return with the return of Ask the King. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show where I answer your questions, all right? If you want to get your questions answered, please head over to my website, thekingofhate.com, and post up your questions in the thread there. There's a thread that's been there for 2 months. Please, I think at this point I've only got like 20 questions in there. I need more. The more questions, the better the show is, all right? So please post up your questions on the forums. That will be returning as the main game or the main stream on Friday. It won't be a gameplay stream, but the main stream on Friday. As I already said, Friday night will be MLB The Show 19, a chill stream of MLB on Friday night. Okay? Then on Saturday, it's the big retrospective event marathon, where for, upwards of 10 hours, starting around 10 in the morning, probably running to at least 7 at night, if not later, we'll be watching back moments from my 11-year history as a content creator. And it could be, pretty much everything is fair game, whether it's game playthroughs, game reviews, vlogging and series like DSP Tries It or Cooking with the King, travel vlogs, etc. Anything's pretty much fair game. And right now, currently, people are nominating on my forums on thekingofhate.com what moments they would like to personally see, in this marathon. So please, again, head over to thekingofhate.com. All right, and please, post up in the thread there in the general section what you would like to see in said marathon. All right, the more suggestions I get, the better the show is going to be too. So same thing, Ask the King, the more questions I get, the better the show is. With this retrospective event, the more suggestions I get, the better the event's going to be on Saturday, okay? Now, in addition to this being all-day Saturday, I'm also looking to raise some funds because right now, as I've been telling you guys, things have not been good financially for me behind the scenes. In fact, they're very bad, to the point where I literally, yesterday, I sat down and scheduled out payments for a bunch of bills, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to have money for these to clear. And it's going to be like this, I feel, for like a couple of months until things kind of stabilize again because of some stuff that's been going on. And I don't want to go into detail about it with you because, quite frankly, number one, it ain't going to help anything. And number two, I don't want to bother you guys with my behind-the-scenes problems, all right? But if you want to come out and be supportive, Saturday would be a great day to come out and help out with tipping during the stream. I mean, we're going to have a nice positive vibe. Every time I do these retrospective events, people come out in droves to watch and support. And they've been great events, so I'm feeling we can get that same kind of vibe on Saturday, and maybe people could help out a little bit. It would be much appreciated. Okay? Fair enough? Then I will return on Sunday with regular gameplay. You might say, well, what's Sunday going to be? I don't know yet. It's really going to depend on what's going on with the Plague Tale. Do we beat it tomorrow? If not, maybe I'll do a Plague Tale on Sunday, or maybe we'll finally do another Mortal Kombat stream, which I haven't done in ages now, right? I really have not done a Mortal Kombat session in a long time. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do a Mortal Kombat session where I play with a new character. And that'll be fun. The other thing is, guys, this is something I want to bring up today on the stream, okay? First time I'm actually bringing this up. You may not be aware, all right, but today a new game released called Layers of Fear 2. All right. For those who don't know, Layers of Fear 1 was a psychological horror/thriller game. It's pretty old at this point. All right. It came out years and years ago. I didn't play it when it was a new release. I actually played it when it was during a marathon. I believe it was during a Halloween marathon years ago. And I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 years ago. I can't exactly remember when, but it was a long time ago. Now, here's the thing. When I was playing it, I actually liked it. I thought that the game was interesting and fun, and again, having a plot that's a kind of an ongoing mystery, and it had supernatural elements with jump scares and ghosts and stuff. I actually was enjoying the game a lot. My viewership was not. For whatever reason, the people who were watching that marathon event thought that it was boring. And I kind of disagreed, and I'll be honest, other games that I played over the years, like Soma, etc., I thought were quite interesting and fun, while others seem to not really like that kind of game. I think what it is when it comes to survival horror, some people like a certain kind. Like, some people would like to see me do a more action-based survival horror like Silent Hill or The Evil Within or Resident Evil, while others just like any kind of horror game, because we don't really get them that often anymore, right? So a psychological horror game with an ongoing kind of mystery plot behind the scenes, some people like that, some people don't. Okay? Now, this game just came out today. It's $30. I looked into it, okay? Honestly, I'm interested in it. Like, I'm actually thinking about playing it within the next 1 to 2 weeks, because that's at least then it would have a little bit of hype behind it, because it's a new release. I'm afraid that if I wait too long, no one will really care about it anymore, okay? Because that's kind of what happened with Layers of Fear 1. I feel like I played it so late that anyone who was interested in it already maybe played it or saw it, okay? So yeah, Layers of Fear 2 just came out, and I'm considering maybe this could be a playthrough I do next week, and I balance it with the conclusion of A Plague Tale, Mortal Kombat 11, etc., so that we have some variety going on for the early June. Because remember, E3's right around the corner. It's actually not this first week, but it's the next week of June. So I'll be doing all kinds of E3 coverage. That's going to take up a couple days, and it should be pretty fun. But at the same time, there's going to be new games that are going to be announced and released, etc. So we're going to have some interesting stuff around, mid-June. And then in late June, there's actually a lot of games coming out, including Crash Team Racing, Judgment, Super Mario Maker 2, and The Sunken City. So we actually have like 4 games coming out in late June for me to play. And then in July, there's actually multiple new releases too. So for the first time ever in the summer, there actually seems to there's going to be some stuff going on. So I think if we can get through these first couple of weeks of June that are going to be pretty slow, then more than likely it makes sense, right? So maybe I'll play it. It's $30. Again, it's going to depend highly on how things go on streams for the next week or so. If things go well and contributions are good, and maybe if this event, the retrospective event on Saturday, goes really well, in regards to contributions and everything, then maybe I can actually afford to get the freaking game, and we can play it next week. It'll be something interesting and different to do. Okay, and we'll see. And that's the other thing too. I feel that this game, Layers of Fear 2, is a game that would have a lot of interaction. Like, you guys would be able to talk with me a lot during it. Because I hate to say it, but, the term walking simulator has become this kind of a negative association. That a game where you're in first person and you walk around and explore is a bad thing. And it seems like that's what the Layers of Fear series kind of is. Alright, but it would actually, I feel, be an interactive stream, more interactive stream, because it's not like I have to be hyper focused on what's going on in the game if you're just walking around and experimenting, looking around for clues, or you know what I mean, puzzle style stuff, trying to open doors and shit. Excuse me. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, so just to recap, today A Plague Tale and Black Ops 4 Battle Royale tonight, Blackout. Tomorrow, more of A Plague Tale and Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. I'm off on Thursday. Friday, I'm back with Ask the King and a chill MLB stream. Saturday, it's my special retrospective event, a marathon all day long where we go back down memory lane and, react to stuff from my past. Sunday, I come back with full-time gaming, more than likely with maybe some Mortal Kombat 11 and a chill stream at night. And then Monday, we probably maybe finish up A Plague Tale. And then I'm thinking this coming week, maybe I'll check out Layers of Fear 2 and balance that with maybe some Mortal Kombat and finishing the Plague Tale, etc. Okay? So there you go. That's kind of what I'm thinking, all right? If you guys have any better ideas, please feel free to share them. I'm open. I have open ears here. Like I said, it seems like the first 1 to 2 weeks of June are going to be pretty slow. But once the E3 stuff hits, and I'll be covering all the E3 stuff, that's going to be interesting. And then the second half of June, we actually have a significant amount of new releases that are going to keep us busy. But we have to get there. You know what I mean? Okay? Fair enough? All righty then. There we go. All right, guys. So, outside of that, honestly, I don't think there's much else to talk about. I think we could go right to the next segment. I'm just trying to think, is there any other things that I want to cover or whatever? Not really. I think everything's, everything's been going pretty smoothly on the streams. You guys have been enjoying them, right? And everything's been good, so no reason to really focus too much on anything else. I guess we'll just go right to the plug segment. All right, guys. So, thank you guys for 11 years. 11 years I've been a content creator. I've been able to share my gameplay experiences with you on a daily basis, first on YouTube and for the past 2.5 years here on Twitch. And, it's been a wild ride with ups and downs, and I absolutely love what I do for a living because it was my hobby beforehand, and now it's what I do for a job, and it's really awesome. That being said, it certainly hasn't been the easiest ride, and it's been tumultuous with highs and lows, and, in particular with, YouTube's changes over the years and the fact that they lost the vast majority of their ad revenue. I've had to adjust my business model from being a YouTuber to a full-time streamer here on Twitch. And quite frankly, I'm very happy that I did. I feel that the interactive streams on Twitch are much more entertaining, fun, and organic than when I was kind of unplugged from the stream and just kind of hyper-focused on games when I used to do my YouTube videos exclusively, okay? That being said, though, there's been a major shift. I now rely pretty much primarily on your contributions during streams to keep things afloat. And so, therefore, if you enjoy my daily live streams the way that I do them, if you enjoy the long-form archive videos over on DSPGaming on YouTube, and you want to see all this continue, then there are many ways by which you can actually contribute and keep stuff going, all right? Now, today's the 28th of May, which means you have 3 days left, including today, to pledge to... Actually, I take that back, 3.5 days. To pledge to my Patreon for this month over at patreon.com/darksidephil. When you pledge to my Patreon, not only are you helping me out, but you're also earning yourself personal perks as a way to say thank you and give back for your contributions. In particular, one of the perks that makes sense to talk about this week would be the fact that you can get your questions answered for sure during a dedicated segment on my Ask the King show every other month. So some people this Friday will be getting their questions answered as a direct result of being patrons, all right? So please give it a look. Thanks to anyone who pledges. And if you're considering pledging to help out, thank you as well. That's patreon.com/darksidephil. Of course, those who are ongoing pledgees, thank you so much for your ongoing support. I also have a Teespring shop where you can buy all kinds of fun merchandise, primarily t-shirts, but there's other stuff there like mugs and stickers, etc. Anything you buy from there helps me out, but you get a really great quality collectible. I can attest because I own a bunch of these and they have not worn out or anything over the years. I really enjoy them. Check it out at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Okay? Now, if you are here live on the stream, and the reason I say it like that is because some people are not. Some people actually watch this pre-stream on demand on YouTube on a daily basis to stay in the know of what's going on with me. Okay? But if you're here live and you're enjoying the content, you like what you see, and you maybe want to get some interactivity with me during the stream, and you want to get a shout out for a contribution, you absolutely can. If you either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or tip me during today's stream, I will give you a live shout out. Now keep in mind, this is my own stream. It's subjective what I say and do on the stream, and there is no legal requirement that I do anything in regards to anything. You know, sometimes people will try to be negative and or insulting, or they'll try to purposely derail the stream with something personal or politics or religion. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play the drama game. I'm not going to try to make the stream something that it's not. This is supposed to be a stream where people come and hang out. They have a chill fun with me. They see my honest reactions to gameplay. They talk with me a little bit. We have some fun dialogue. That's the whole point. This is not one of those drama streams where we talk about controversial topics on purpose to stir up controversy and the like. It's just not. So if that's what you're looking for here today, you're barking up the wrong tree. And again, it's my stream. I have to abide by Twitch's terms of service, and it's up to me to decide what I talk about on my own streams. So understand, I always do my best to give a shout out to everyone who contributes, but if you bring up something controversial or drama-esque, it's probably going to get skipped over. Okay? All right. So, as you can see at the top of the screen, we have a stream stats leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that I update periodically. In particular, whenever we have a new top cheerer or top tipper of the day, it's a way to give extra recognition to those who have contributed. In addition to that, if you look at the top of your stream chats, integrated into that, if you're at least if you're on the desktop version of Twitch, is a cheering leaderboard, which the people who have done the top cheers of the week, you know, most contributions, those are also publicly listed for extra recognition there as well. All right. Now, just to conclude with probably the most important point, right now, guys, I am in a situation where financially things are terrible. All right. And I'm not even kidding. This month, I've been reliant on your tips to make ends meet and pay all my bills and everything, and it's helped tremendously. So thank you to anyone who has contributed. You know, we got to keep that going. So if you want to help me out the most, the best way to help me is to tip me. Tipping me, I get those funds immediately. I can put it straight towards a bill, or like I said, I'm trying to raise some funds for next week to possibly play Layers of Fear 2. It's a combination of both. So please consider tipping me on the stream if at all you can. I'll say this up front. Contributions are very much appreciated, but they're not mandatory. I'm not particularly demanding that anyone contribute anything, but it keeps stuff going and it helps me out, all right? So if you have at all can, please tip me. There's two ways you can do it. If you look below the stream, there's a button that says tips jar you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. That brings up a link that you can click on, by which you can go to my PayPal tips page, all right? A couple things about tipping that are misconceptions. Number one, you don't need a PayPal account to do it. You can just use a debit or credit card just like anything else on the internet. A lot of people think, oh, I have to register a whole account. You do not. The other thing is you can put your name in a message if you'd like a shout out for your tip, but you can also be completely anonymous. You could just put anonymous or anonymous tipper or just make up a name. There's no way anyone would know who the heck you are. If you're one of those, if you're someone who's afraid that one of those assholes who trolls me is going to try to come after you because you contributed, just use a different name. No one's going to be able to do anything. No one's going to be able to get after you because your information is going to be private, okay? So again, thanks to anyone who contributes. I'm certainly not looking a gift horse in the mouth, anyone who cheers and subs today, but tipping me is the best way to help out, and thank you to anyone who does, okay? All right. moving on. Let's now give shout-outs to those who have actually contributed. So, scroll all the way down here and let's see. So it looks to me like overnight we had a couple cheers from Golden Colts. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheering. Always appreciate it. All right. Shout out to NWO Hollywood Hogan, who also cheered overnight. Thank you very much. Now, as the stream started, someone named Cortez actually tipped me $1. So thank you very much to Cortez for the $1 tip. I'm going to go ahead and get you up on the leaderboard as the first tipper of the day. Let's see. 24251. There we go. So thank you for getting that rolling today. I appreciate that. Big Boy Abides cheered, and he says, actually, just so you know, after I cheered about hearing tornado sirens last night during the Minecraft stream, I got a phone message stating to take shelter now. So I had to shut down my laptop and go downstairs, but I survived. I hope Minecraft went well. In particular, it did. In fact, we were able to set up defenses for the entire village. I put up a big fence around the village. I didn't finish it, but basically I did surround the village, at least with the initial level of fencing. Then I was putting torches throughout the village so that enemies will not spawn inside. As I was doing that, I realized there were several holes in the ground leading down to caves, and I kept hearing enemies in said caves. I was like, oh shit, I'm nervous the villagers are going to wander down there and get killed, or that monsters may come out of these caves and come after the villagers. So I spent pretty much the entirety of the stream digging up dirt so I could, block off these cave structures so that it would be safe for the villagers. In reality, it was 2 hours of busy work, but it was a fun stream. I got it done, and the next time that we play Minecraft, I should be able to do more significant stuff, like maybe finishing the fence or building watchtowers or gates for the fence, and then probably, doing more with torches and or finally trying to figure out the commerce side of things with the villagers. Like, what do I do to trade, etc.? What do they need? And whether I need to make a run back to my base to get the trade items they want or not, we can start working on that, because I wasn't able to do any of that last time around. And I should be able to do it, next time. So, there you go. Alrighty. Anyway, hopefully you're okay, Big Boy Abides, considering that you cheered. I'm assuming you are. That's good to hear. And, always got to take those things seriously when you hear about a warning about a tornado or a natural disaster. You don't want to be the person who jokes about it, and the next thing you know, the tornado comes ripping through your window, Okay, shout out to Westside Rascal, who took me $1 and said, looking forward to the awesome stream, Phil. Well, thank you very much, Westside Rascal, for the $1 tip. Appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to this game because people basically hyped it up for 2 weeks now, telling me that it's good and I should play it. So hopefully it's actually good after all the anticipation. Seriously, I hope it's good. All right. So then Westside Rascal cheered and said, when can we see more Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay? Well, as I've said, recently I've been very busy with the new releases and the like. It's going to probably return this coming weekend, coming up. After the retrospective marathon, I'll probably put it back into the rotational schedule for varieties. And it'll be new characters. Like, at this point, yeah, I played with Sub-Zero and Garrus, and I like those characters. But I want to try other characters as well, so it'll be, more characters and the like when I get back to the game. Okay? Okay, shout out to an Executive Decision, who has subscribed to the channel for 11 straight months. Thank you very much, Executive Decision, for 11 months of support. Let's see here. Westside Rascal said, Phil, I would like to sign up on your forums. I'm worried about security. Will my information be private? Of course it will. Much like any forums. Whatever information that you use to create a login to the site is stored in a database. It's a secure database. It's never been hacked. That information has never gone public. We had some people who were basically having complete misinformation last year, thinking that when stuff on my website was insecure. It's not true at all. In reality, guys, what you really need to do is you need to be careful about what kind of stuff you personally put out there on the internet in regards to social media accounts and the like, because there were a few people who basically had information kind of doxed or leaked, when in reality it wasn't. It was just stuff they had put all over the internet, like on their Facebook pages and stuff. And somehow this turned into, oh my God, Phil's website is insecure. Completely false, complete bullshit. No one on the website ever had any of their information exposed at all that they didn't already have out there on a public forum. So, no worries. All the information on the website is secure. No one's ever had anything leaked or whatever. And, you know, you can rest assured if you make an account on the site, it is safe. Okay? Alrighty then. Shout out to Two Bar King, who has resubbed for 28 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Shout out to West Side Rascal, who again did 100-bit cheer. And in fact, I actually think that's the top cheer of the day. Indeed it is, right? 100 bits. So let's get West Side Rascal up there on the leaderboard. Okay. There we go. And let's go ahead and there we go. Center it. Okay. So he says, excuse me. When you had your office job, did your boss ever hit you with a lean-in manual ban? Well, I guess it depends. I don't think my boss ever did, but one of the higher-ups in the company did because I got laid off. And it's funny because they also don't work for the company anymore because the company doesn't exist because they went out of business because they suck. So it is what it is, I guess. It's like, you know, not that I'm happy that anyone else lost their job either, but it's kind of ironic justice that you laid me off out of nowhere after I worked my ass off for the company and went above and beyond and even got commendations for going above and beyond for this company. And then within like a few years, the company went out of business. So there you go. Shout out to Chaos All the Way, who resubscribed for 10 months and said, Phil, A Plague Tale is awesome. I currently started it too. Sounds good. Hopefully it is good. The Guardian. Hold on a second here. The Guardian has resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you very much to The Guardian. I need to reload this screen because the screen, I think, froze. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to refresh my Streamlabs feed here because I think it was actually messed up. Give me a second. It's taking forever now. Reload. Come on now. Okay, here we go. All right, so The Guardian resubscribed for 23 months and said, hey, everyone. What's up, Guardian? Almost 2 years of support, man. Thanks very much for that. I appreciate it. I really do. Egg Gangster cheered and said, I'm so glad you're playing this game. It's really good. I know it doesn't have AAA marketing, but the game is great in every way that counts. Fair enough. Hopefully it ends up being a good game. Fundamental Lysis has subscribed for 4 months in a row and says, help me, help you, help me, help you for 4 months, right? Lol. Okay then. Thank you, Fundamental Lysis, for 4 months of subbing support. Geodude has resubscribed for 3 months in a row and said, mid-stance is the stance. Okay then. Egg Gangster cheered again. He said, the free market and lean-in manual banned the company. I mean, in essence, that company was falling apart at the seams. It was 100% based on the fact that for, I'd say, probably about a 3 to 4 year period, there was actually a boom in helicopter, not only purchases, but just commerce in general. A lot of companies were buying helicopters. They wanted to expand a helicopter fleet, etc. And then what ended up happening was the economy turned. It was, you know, that was the mid to late 2000s when we had the banking crash and everything. And when that happened, companies didn't have the liquidity they used to have to spend on that kind of shit and basically cut back a lot on their investment in helicopters. Sadly, the company I worked for had zero game plan for that. They were just hoping that forever everything would be good with helicopters. They had like no actual strategy for if something went wrong. So as soon as something went wrong, the company fell apart. You know, they had me. I was the guy who they were doing continuous improvement work. They were having me go through the company and look at certain processes in the company to try to make them more efficient. And I did. In the time that I was there, I completely redesigned their repairs process, the process by which they would bring in broken helicopter parts, divvy out the work to decide, gee, can we repair this in our own in-house repair shop, or should we outsource it? And you know, all this kind of this stuff there. I redid the whole system for them, and it took like 6+ months of work. I was working with the IT department, the logistics department, the repairs department. We redo the whole process. I get a commendation certificate saying, wow, you went above and beyond the Call of Duty because you're just a customer service rep, but you did all this work for us, and we appreciate it. And then they laid me off. So that's a fine how do you fucking do, isn't it? But, like I said, they fell apart at the seams anyway, so what can you do, right? All right. Shout out to Insomniatic Meat, who resubscribed for 29 months. Thank you very much, Insomniatic Meat. I appreciate that. And a live studio audience has resubscribed for 6 straight months. Thank you to a live studio audience for 6 months of support. You know, it's kind of funny, because back in the day, when they used to have television shows with a live studio audience, right? Essentially, it was basically, when you think about it, it was like talk shows, like late night talk shows, or game shows, or certain like sitcoms had a live studio audience they filmed in front of, right? Now, I mean, it rarely happens anymore, but now we've got streaming. Like, essentially, you guys, the viewers, are my live studio audience. You're not in a studio, you're at home, or you're wherever you are watching on a device, but essentially, the stream chat is the studio, right? That's where people live react to what they're seeing on my stream, and they collectively will laugh or react to something they see on the stream. So it's kind of funny that this has evolved, right? When you really think about it, the live studio audience deal has kind of died out, but now live streaming is the new live studio audience. Pretty interesting, huh? All right, anyway. Let's actually check on sub count. I'm curious if sub count has changed at all, since it seems like we had a lot of subs. Oh, it did. Wow, went up a big amount. We're at 522 subs. Awesome. Let's update that. So far, top cheer of the day is Woodside Rascal, and top tipper is Cortez. But, you know, things have just gotten started. I also want to give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week. Now, keep in mind that when we just started, today's only Tuesday, so this is only representing a single day of contributions. All right, so we start off with Hydrocarbon, tied with Timbo Slice for 9th place. Then we've got Big Boy Abides in 8th place, Abigail Rayfinger in 7th place, Westside Rascal in 6th, Super Flash in 5th, Bad Bunny in 4th, Vote Democrat in 3rd place, Mr. Papavera in 2nd place, and Code Castile in 1st place for cheering of the week. Pretty awesome, right? So again, guys, before we begin with A Plague Tale, one final reminder. The best way to help me out right now and contribute is by tipping me, because right now I'm really, really in a bad situation financially, so all your tips are going straight to bills, and they've been helping me out tremendously recently. So please consider, if at all you can, please tip me today. If you can't, you know, all I could do is cheer us up. I'm not looking to give towards the amount. That stuff, you know, helps long term too. But short term, you know, tipping is the way to go. Okay, guys? Okay. That's it. Thank you very much. Let's end the pre-stream. And we're going to jump into A Plague Tale Innocence and see what this game is all about. Because I honestly don't know, right? All right, it's time. Here we go.